UFA 2013, from the 26th of February to the 3rd of March, the 6th International Children's Winter Games. Dream, compete and win.
UFA, February 2013. During the last year before the start of Winter Olympic Games 2014, the capital of Bashkortostan played the role of a starting point to Sochi. Precisely a year before the beginning of the Olympic Games and half a year before the Universiade in Kazan, UFA became the host of the 6th International Children's Winter Games, the forum of young athletes, which is also referred to as Children's Olympic Games. The International Children's Games are recognized by the International Olympic Committee. Some of today's adult Olympic competitors who won medals in Athens, Vancouver, London and other Olympic cities first participated in the International Children's Games. Russia, represented by Ufa, the capital of the Republic of Bashkortostan, has hosted this contest for the first time. For 4 days, over 700 young athletes from 59 cities and 20 countries of the world were competing in 7 winter sports: ice hockey, figure skating, short track, cross-country skiing, snowboarding, alpine skiing and orienteering. The fact that the 6th International Children's Winter Games will be held in Ufa was announced in August 2011 in Scottish Lanarkshire, the host of the 45th Summer International Children's Games. There, by means of voting with the participation of the members of the Executive Committee of the International Children's Games, the capital of Bashkortostan was selected among other candidate cities with a considerable advantage. However, Ufa acquired the status of the host of the Games in July 2012 in the South Korean city of Daegu, where the 46th Summer International Children's Games were held. It was the moment when Ira Kilalov, mayor of Ufa, received the torch and official banner of the International Children's Games. And Ufa began preparing for the Games. In a short period of time, a magnificent building for the Olympic Reserve School of Alpine Skiing and Snowboarding was constructed on the territory of the city's alpine ski complex, Olympic Park, with the help of the Games' general partner, the Gazprom company. Several weeks before the Games started, Rustem Hamitov, president of the Republic of Bashkortostan, and Svetlana Gladisheva, head of Russia's Alpine Skiing and Snowboarding Federation, visited the grand opening ceremony of this complex.
There
used to be a wooden blockhouse here. Now it's simply wonderful. Rustem Hamitov has done a great job and made a personal contribution to this. This is an outstanding school, and it is beautiful. The participants of the International Children's Games had the chance to see the beauty of the school during the contest. All the other sports facilities involved in the Games, such as Ice Palace, Ufa Arena, the Biathlon Complex, were ready to welcome the athletes long before the beginning of the main sports event. Several technical inspections, with the participation of Richard Smith, Secretary General of the International Children's Games Committee, Thorsten Rush, President of this organization, and other executives, showed that these facilities were in a very good condition. As Thorsten Rush mentions, this is what makes Ufa unique from other cities that hosted the Children's Games. Big Game is a 3-month marathon of different competitions which involve teams of students from a number of Ufa schools. Kids took part in artistic contests, quests, intellectual competitions, flash mobs and many other events. Also, each group of students became personal cheerleaders for a particular team participating in the International Children's Games.
The
main point about this project is that within the period of 3 months before the start of the Games, it will let our children make friends with the kids coming from Australia, America, Canada and other countries. They will be looking forward to seeing their new friends and having an opportunity to compete with each other. It will definitely become a great cultural event for our city. At the same time, a lot of work was being done to promote the Children's Games. A wide advertising campaign was launched in Ufa. Billboards, city buses decorated with the official branding of the Games, video clips on major TV channels of the Republic, souvenir sales and many other things that made the event recognizable among the Bashkortostan residents. Besides, the Games were also promoted in the heart of the country, in Moscow. Their presentation was held at the stadium. Famous athletes, deputies and other officials were given personal invitations to visit Ufa. Also, a press conference with the participation of federal mass media was held at the plenipotentiary representation of the Republic of Bashkortostan to the President of Russian Federation. The games have quite a long history. They have been organized since 1968, but the important thing is that they have come to Russia and to Ufa particularly. This is the coincidence of our own interests, because we pay much attention to the development of children's sports and the interests of the International Children's Games Committee. They wanted to bring the games to Russia because of vast territories and large number of cities and involve them in this international movement. The first teams started arriving 2 days before the beginning of the games. Two delegations from the Swiss cities of Delémont and Lausanne, which were soon followed by young Austrians from Graz. This is how those teams, who were coming to Ufa by train, were welcomed upon arrival. Kids from Kazakh cities of Kustanay, Rudny and Astana, 55 people altogether, were definitely surprised to see Ufa people waiting for them personally. Meetings in airport and at railway stations are not the first such experience of contacts between Russian and foreign students. This is how ice hockey players from German Kempten welcomed Ufa. Such video clips involving athletes and their fans were shown around the world: Australia, Germany, Switzerland, Canada and other countries. Kids from all over the world were sending their regards to the capital of the 6th International Children's Winter Games.
See you soon for the big games in Ufa. Goodbye for now!
The arrival day of all teams passed quietly. Tired after a long trip to Ufa, 700 participants and adults accompanying them spent the night in Ufa hotels and the Zelonaya Russia Green Grove Sanitarium. And finally came the grand opening day. Ice Palace could hardly seat all the teams and spectators.
Пусть зима скорее снег готовит, пусть ударит -40, мы кататься будем с горок, мы хотим скорее сразиться с ней. На старт, внимание, марш! Вы все призыв, послушайте наш. Зимние виды спорта нового ждут рекорда. Мы обещаем вам покорить зимние виды спорта. Лыжи, коньки, сноуборды. Мы заявляем гордо. Скоро признают лучшими нас. Зимние виды спорта.
The opening ceremony began with a spectacular parade. Athletes from 59 cities, 20 countries of the world were marching in front of the central stage. Canada, Lithuania, Switzerland, Kazakhstan, Hungary, USA, Germany, Austria, Slovenia, Ukraine, South Korea, Belarus, the Netherlands, Tajikistan, Greece, Australia, Italy, Mongolia, Estonia and Russia. Then, the actors of Bashkir State Puppet Theatre presented a spectacular show on the ice arena. Finally, the floor was given to Rustem Hamitov, President of Bashkortostan, Torsten Rush, President of the International Children's Games Committee, and Ira Kilalov, Mayor of Ufa. I would like to wish you honest contest, good results, excellent mood and outstanding achievements. Meanwhile, a relay of the torch and International Children's Games banner started in Ufa downtown from the symbolic sign of 0 kilometer. Then, the torch was handed over to the Mayor of Ufa, Ira Kilalov, who lit the big torch. Torsten Rush, president of the International Children's Games Committee, called upon athletes to participate in honest contest and, accompanied by wind orchestra, the banner of the International Children's Games was finally raised. Thursday and first intrigue. The ice hockey tournament of the 6th International Children's Winter Games surprised everybody with a classic game, Russia against Canada, the team of Ufa against the team of Kelowna. However, the expectations of an epic battle remained only expectation. Young Ufa residents, like the legendary Red Machine, mercilessly ran over the representatives of ice hockey motherland with the final score 8-0. Though we have a big advantage in the score, nevertheless, certain tasks were set before each group and each player. That is, we could see how the kids were fulfilling these tasks. Did they succeed? Yes, in general they did. During the tournament, the Russian team was smashing its opponents with an incredible score. For instance, the Swiss team of Delémont was beaten 30-0, and the general difference between delivered and missed pucks looks simply fantastic. Can you imagine 99-2?
Dans un coup, ma serpette est perdue. Mais le manche, dans un coup, ma serpette est perdue. Mais le manche est revenu.
This is the team from Switzerland. Singing merry songs before every start is a ritual for them. This spirit helps them to perform really well in alpine skiing contests. As the team members say, the tracks of the local alpine ski complex are really good. They almost let you fly. The weather here is pleasant. The snow is quite dense. The grip of the skis is really good. The track is laid in such an open manner that one can easily gain a very high speed. This is what I like about this track. The best results among alpine skiers in the games were achieved by Ufa resident Kirill Bagin, Pavel Lipsky from Saratov, Ksenia Lobachova and Anastasia Gornastayeva from Moscow. Everybody had also a lot of fun during the snowboarding competition. The children were racing to energetic music in the snowboard cross and slopestyle disciplines, even despite the biting frost. In the snowboarding contest, the gold medals went to Milena Bykova, Ufa, Alexandra Apalichina and Vladislav Khadarin, Novosibirsk, who won 2 of them. Children from 6 countries took part in the short track contest. It was also a spectacular event. Katya Yershova, 13 years old, came from Kazakhstan, hoping to win a medal. It is my first time abroad. The ice is very good. I like it here very much. I hope I will be able to achieve something. In the long run, Katya managed to win a bronze medal in the 3000 meters mixed relay, and Aglaya Frechera from Italy didn't expect to win the gold medal in the 1500 meter run. She says that she has never been so happy.
Non me l'aspettavo di vincere perché di solito non sono brava in questo tipo di distanza.
Short track is one of the most high injury sports in the contest program of the Games. Falls and injuries while passing through sharp turns are very frequent. These are the moments when the fate of medals is decided. Artyom Safronov from Penza was just among the leaders during the 500 meters race, but in the end was the third to cross the finish line. And this is the moment when real dramas can occur. The first prize went to the student of Ufa Short Track School. I think I wasn't prepared for that psychologically. Of course I'm disappointed. I was trying hard. I didn't expect this. I was glad when he fell. Later, Artyom Safronov nevertheless won the gold medal. He did this on the 1500 meters race. Sport chooses those who try hard, and defeats make us only stronger. Figure skating competition became of great interest for the spectators as well. Lots of lovers of this graceful and beautiful sport were coming to see the contest. Despite of its calm and peaceful manner, every single program was very intriguing. Each point is valuable like a gold medal itself. This is how future famous figure skaters are born. In the end, the winners of the contest were Yelena Mironova from Chelyabinsk among girls and Ilya Spiridonov from Kazan among boys, who expressed his confidence in victory before performing his program. I couldn't see any rivals. After performing the short program, I had a failure. I decided I must struggle for the first prize. The weather happened to be frosty for the participants of the games, especially for those who had taken part in the ski race and winter orienteering. It was not only snowing all the time, but also the wind didn't make it easy for the athlete. But there was no stopping the future world and Olympic champion. The American team was especially happy to experience such weather.
To have this facility to train and race on, it is much nicer than anything we have very close to our city.
A lot of off-snow training, because we don't have very much. So, like cyclocross. And
Go Cleveland, go! Go Cleveland, go! Go Cleveland, go!
The flight from Cleveland to Ufa is very long. American skiers arrived to Ufa a day before the beginning of the games. The children haven't got used to the climate yet, but they understand it is going to be a challenge, since cross-country skiing and orienteering have never been trademark of American sport. It wasn't easy for the athletes' fans either. They were seated on the stands and only vigorous support for their favorites and hot tea could help them. As a result, in the individual ski races of various distances, the victory was celebrated by Arina Desятникова and Dmitry Bortnikh from Kazan, Alexander Barabyov and Natalia Chernykh from Kustanay, Kazakhstan. I'm so excited. I'm in such a good mood. I like it here very much. I do like the way the track is laid. Everything is perfect. It was an interesting race because the opponents didn't make it easy for you. It is also a real challenge because of the frost. The contest started early in the morning. It's all been very interesting. Excellent results were achieved by the team from the Slovenian city of Gorše, especially by humble Anja Mendel, who has earned 3 medals for her team.
No, I didn't imagine. I thought I wouldn't win any medals, so now I'm really happy that I've got 3.
The performance of the athletes in orienteering was very impressive too. Besides speed skiing with a route map, they also had to correctly pass the checkpoint. The team from Russian Petrozavodsk showed themselves as the most competent. They won a gold medal in the mixed relay and won in the classic style ski race, thanks to Ivan Korneev. The highest prizes also went to Yegor Kozlov from Omsk and Veronika Kalinina from Moscow, who is said to be the future star of the world sports orienteering. I had to warm up really well and come to the finish line as fast as I could. The orienteering today was not difficult. You needed to be really quick. This is the main reason I won. During the games, kids spend their free time in various ways. Excursions, dance parties and socializing made them really happy. It is so exciting to make friends with peers from other cities or even countries. We have met new friends from Australia and Switzerland, from Sweden too. How did you talk to them? In English, sometimes in German. The participants of the games had no problems with communication. The kids talked to each other in international English, German, French and naturally Russian. Everyone was united by sport and opportunities to meet new people. Even the parents whose children were taking part in the games were very glad.
That all of these kids called out and put the Ohio flag on their face. I mean, we don't get this type of support back at home. Our charity crowd has been great. Yesterday at the opening event, the kids were all going crazy.
The children felt home in the residential area. The Green Grove Sanatorium, which was jokingly called Olympic Village by the athletes, provided everything they needed. However, the kids didn't have much free time. It is the first time we have such good rooms. Big and spacious, very convenient. Well, we have dancing parties in the evening, though we don't have much free time for entertainments. Normally it's contests, school homework and sleep. We get very tired.
For the children to come to Ufa and to come to Russia,
traveled so far. It's very different from what they're used to, and it's exciting for them.
Many other interesting events took place during the 6th International Children Winter Games in Ufa. One of them was organized in the National Youth Theatre. A charity meeting held in favor of physically disabled children invited kids who go in for adaptive sports and honorable guests, including Nikolai Valuev, famous heavyweight boxer and currently Stadium deputy. I'm very glad there are so many TV cameras here, because we need to simply trumpet about this event. This is a children's competition. It is the childhood when true sports begins. We should try to attract them in this way. If they see their own faces on TV, or at least a mention about them in newspapers, children will feel the spark to develop their sports talents. As a result, they will turn into healthy, confident, active young people who will lead the country to the future. Believe me, they will not bring us to a dead end, because there can't be anything dark besides sport. I've seen one of the contests too. Everything is perfect. Even the guests and participants say they have never been treated like this during the other games. That's why I would like to express my gratitude to the management of the Republic and the members of the organizing committee for a very good preparation of the international tournament. We must devote much effort to the well-being of our children, because they are our future. Everything we do for them makes for the prosperity of our country, republic and ourselves. I believe this is a very good contribution. First of all, it is a nice experience when such games are organized. They have gathered and united so many children. In the end, numerous benefactors presented equipment and outfits to 4 participant teams. Also, the students of a boarding school for hearing-impaired children received a minibus. Upon the end of the ceremony, all the children were invited to the festive dinner and were given many other valuable gifts. The program of events dedicated to the International Children's Games included the official reception of Ufa Mayor Mr. Ira Kilalov in the Iton restaurant. Torsten Rush, president of the International Children's Games Committee, and heads of the delegations from 59 cities, 20 countries of the world, were among the guests invited to the event. On behalf of the city's residents, Ira Kilalov welcomed the guests of the capital. Mayor of Ufa expressed his personal gratitude to Torsten Rush for the support and appreciation of the organization of the Games in Ufa. The 6th International Children's Winter Games are over. All the medal sets are played and awarded to winners. Sadness and thoughts of their homes are on the faces of young participants of the Games. But before the closing ceremony began, they had watched a spectacular show in the Ice Palace. Closing speech of the Executive Committee of the International Children's Games. President of the committee expresses his gratitude to Ufa for hospitality and excellent organization of the sports event.
Dear girls, dear competitors, you have shown your very best the last 4 days. Congratulations to this. Спортсменам огромное спасибо. Вы лучшие.
Thanks to all young athletes, you are the best.
Самые искренние слова признательности всем организаторам, партнерам, нашим спонсорам.
I express my sincere appreciation to all members of the organizing committee, to our partners and sponsors.
Very touching was the ceremony of the handover of the Games banner to the representatives of the Canadian city of Windsor, which hosts the 47th International Summer Children's Games. Besides, the Canadians were given the torch of the International Children's Game.
Вместе с флагом игр мэр Уфы господин Ялалов передает представителю города Виндзор эстафетный огонь наших соревнований.
Историческое, знаменательное событие. И мы искренне надеемся, что и наши спортсмены непременно посетят великолепный город Виндзор на летних детских играх.
The closing ceremony was concluded with the famous song of the Olympic Games 1980, Goodbye, Our Sweet Teddy Bear.
Олимпийская сказка, прощай, пожелай исполнения желаний, новой встречи друзьям пожелай.
Everybody was saying goodbye to the talisman of the games in Ufa, Teddy Bear, the hero. After that, all the participants and viewers of the great event took part in the traditional Russian ritual to see off Maslenitsa and burn a straw effigy, the symbols of coming spring.